Have you ever wondered what it's like living in a foreign country in a haunted house? Today, let's delve into real-life paranormal experiences in the Philippines. The Philippines is often considered haunted due to its rich history, blending diverse cultural influences, and a deep belief in the supernatural. Centuries of colonization, from Spanish rule to Japanese occupation, have left behind a legacy of suffering, violence, and untimely deaths, which are often associated with lingering spirits and restless souls. The country's vibrant folklore and superstitions, passed down through generations, contribute to a heightened awareness of the paranormal. Manila, Philippines, a beautiful island nation in Southeast Asia, held mysteries that intrigued us during our 3-year stay in the early 2000s. As we settled into this new country, we quickly discovered the deep religious beliefs and supernatural tales that were woven through the local culture. Much like India's history with British rule, the Philippines had endured almost 4 centuries of Spanish influence, a period marked by significant bloodshed. In our Manila home, located a mere 5-minute walk from the American International School, we soon learned that the past had left its spectral imprints. This school, now a center of learning, had once served as a hospital and a warehouse, with ghostly rumors attached to its history. Yet it wasn't just the school that bore such tales. Almost every neighborhood had its own stories of haunted houses. One such tale came from our housekeeper, who had been house-sitting for a Spanish couple on vacation. She recounted how she'd always sleep near the main entrance because she could hear the sound of wailing of an old woman from upstairs. This elderly woman had met a tragic fate. Rumor had it that she passed away alone after a terrible fall in the bathroom. The memory of her cries for help seemed to linger as an eerie residual haunting. This lady was a former tenant. Our own house stood at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac, and 3 incidents would forever leave us astonished. These events defied logical explanation and made us question the boundaries between the known and the supernatural. Firstly, we were disturbed at night routinely by the sound of running feet and deliberate stomping on the wooden floors coming from the upstairs hallway. It wasn't our imagination, and we could feel the difference between mere stories and something truly inexplicable. Our parents, although skeptical, couldn't deny the unsettling sounds we experienced. Secondly, during a night when my dad had gone to India for a family matter, my mom, sister, and I found ourselves alone in the master bedroom. While we were preparing for bed, an unsettling event occurred. I felt the bed shaking and accused my sister of causing it. However, to our horror, we realized that the bed was shaking on its own, and the entire room trembled. Frightened, we rushed downstairs and called our neighbors to inquire about an earthquake. But there was silence across the neighborhood. This unnerving occurrence convinced us that a supernatural presence had visited, leaving us shaken and scared. On another school night, while watching a movie together, we heard inexplicable knocks coming from our kitchen storeroom door. As we tried to make light of the situation and scare each other, the door actually responded with knocking from the inside, in perfect sync with our actions. We fled from the kitchen and sought refuge outside, baffled by the inexplicable events we had just witnessed. These haunting experiences in Manila left us with more questions than answers. forever reminding us that the supernatural world can be closer than we think. I'd like to share another eerie incident, this time involving my father's office in Manila, Philippines. Adjacent to the reception area on the ground floor, there was a library, and the building had a resident security guard, in addition to armed guards at the gate. At night, the resident security guard would diligently turn off all the lights in the rooms before retiring to his quarters. However, a puzzling phenomena occurred repeatedly throughout the night. The lights in the library would inexplicably turn on by themselves. This unsettling occurrence left everyone bewildered. Moreover, the local women who worked in the office faced their own chilling experiences. They used an attached washroom within the library but never ventured in alone. The feeling of being watched and an overwhelming sense of fear accompanied them, compelling them to visit the washroom in pairs. Even when I rode my bike through different streets of our neighborhood, I often felt as though I was being pursued or constantly observed. This eerie sensation extended to our own house as well. Now, let me recount a story shared by a school friend. During her high school years, her family would notice that her baby brother's toys would be found moved around the room. Whenever her mother left him alone for a moment, the toys would relocate to the opposite side of the room. Even during gatherings and dinners, guests could hear doors slamming upstairs. Troubled by these occurrences, her mother sought the help of a psychic. Upon visiting their home, the psychic revealed the presence of a male spirit who had met a tragic end in front of their house back in the 1960s. To appease the spirit, the psychic advised leaving a portion of their meal and a glass of wine upstairs before dinner. I'm not sure what eventually transpired, as we later relocated, but I do know they continued living in that house. Despite our fondness for the Philippines and its warm and friendly people, it undeniably harbors its share of spookiness. In conclusion, the Philippines, with its rich history and welcoming culture, holds within it an enigmatic blend of the ordinary and the supernatural. Our time in Manila was marked by encounters with the unexplained, both at my father's office and within our own home. These experiences served as a reminder that the boundary between our world and the world of the unknown can sometimes blur. These stories I've shared here are just a glimpse into the intriguing mysteries that can be found in this beautiful island nation. While the supernatural may leave us perplexed and even frightened at times, it also adds a layer of fascination to the Philippines that sets it apart. It's a place where the living and the ghostly coexist, where history intertwines with the present, and where fear is met with curiosity. Additionally, natural disasters such as earthquakes and typhoons have also played a role in shaping Manila's eerie reputation. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, stories and legends surrounding Manila's haunted places add a layer of intrigue and mystery to the city's already captivating history. As we bid adieu to these unsettling but captivating tales, we can't help but marvel at the Philippines' unique charm. Moreover, the thought of revisiting that old haunted house we once lived in during our stay in Manila sends shivers down my spine. Yet, there is an undeniable curiosity pulling me back to the eerie echoes of our past, daring me to confront the ghost that may still linger within its walls. So, until our next encounter with the mysterious and the extraordinary, let us embrace the unknown and stay fearless in the face of the enigmatic.